Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Asia Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 28th of October. Indian Prime Minister Modi visits Northern Holy Shrine prior to winter closing. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif indicted in third corruption case. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited one of the holiest Hindu shrine in India's northern Uttarakhand province on Friday. His visit comes a day before the portals of the Himalayan shrine close for the winters.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday visited Kedarnath Shrine, one of the holiest Hindu shrines in India's northern Uttarakhand province. His visit comes a day after the portals of the shrine close for the winters. Upon his arrival, he was welcomed by the priests of the shrine. The shrine was one of the few structures to witness the province's worst floods in decades in 2013. Prime Minister Modi offered prayers at the shrine and also took a look at an exhibition that highlighted the reconstruction efforts in the area. He also laid the foundation stones for 5 reconstruction and development projects in Kedarnath. Prime Minister Modi spelled out the immense possibilities that the Himalayas could offer across sectors, including the tourism sector.
टूरिज्म के लिए बहुत संभावना है. इसकी आध्यात्मिक सामर्थ्य को जरा सा भी खरोच नहीं आनी चाहिए और उसके साथ टूरिज्म को डेवलप किया जा सकता है. नए नए क्षेत्र विकसित किए जा सकते हैं. प्रकृति की भी रक्षा हो, पर्यावरण की भी रक्षा हो और परमात्मा के प्रति श्रद्धा का भाव भी बना रहे.
This is Prime Minister Modi's second visit to Kedarnath this year. The Kedarnath shrine remains closed for nearly 6 months through the winters. During this period, the deities are kept at Uklimat, a small town and a Hindu pilgrimage site in Rudraprayag district.
Meanwhile, India's capital New Delhi witnessed the cleanest Diwali festival of lights in 3 years after Supreme Court ban on sale of crackers in the national capital region. But air pollution still hit 18 times the healthy limit on Friday.
Air pollution levels in Indian capital New Delhi soared off the charts on Friday post celebrations of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. Residents woke up to a thick toxic haze as air pollution hit 18 times the healthy limit after a night of fireworks to celebrate Diwali, despite a Supreme Court ban on the sale of fireworks in the region. An index of air quality has crossed the hazardous limit of 300, the most severe level on a US Embassy scale of measurement, which rates a reading of 50 as good and anything above that as a cause for concern.
आँखों में मिर्च जैसी जलन हो रही है और है ना सांस लेने में कठिनाई हो रही है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जो आदेश से ऐसा लग रहा है कि है ना प्रदूषण है ना आधा या 3/4 हुआ है, परंतु प्रदूषण अभी इतना है कि है ना मानव अभी रह नहीं सकता.
The Central Pollution Control Board, or CPCB, has however claimed that pollution levels in the national capital are lower compared to the air quality recorded during Diwali in 2016.
Moving on, Pakistan's ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was on Friday indicted in the third corruption reference filed against him. Sharif was disqualified by the Supreme Court in July for owning assets beyond known sources of income.
An accountability court on Friday indicted Pakistan's ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in the third corruption reference filed against him. Sharif's sons Hussain and Hassan, co-accused in Flagship Investment Limited reference case, were declared proclaimed offenders as they have not shown up for any hearing. Sharif's legal representative appeared on his behalf during the hearing and pleaded not guilty to the charges. Sharif is currently in London tending to his ailing wife who is undergoing cancer treatment. The court has been hearing a total of 3 references filed by National Accountability Bureau in light of the Supreme Court directions in the July 28 Panama Papers case judgment. On Thursday, Nawaz was indicted in the Azizia Steel Mills reference as well as in the Evanfields Properties reference, in which his daughter Mariam and son-in-law retired Captain Mohammad Safdar were indicted as well.
The chief of a Pakistani militant group, Jamaat-ul-Ahrar, was killed on Thursday in a US drone strike in Afghanistan. The leader of the group, which is an offshoot of Pakistani Taliban, had planned some of the deadliest militant attacks in Pakistan over the last year.
The leader of a Pakistani militant group, Jamaat-ul-Ahrar, an offshoot of the Pakistani Taliban, was killed on Thursday in a US drone strike. Jamaat-ul-Ahrar chief Omar Khalid Khorasani reportedly died of wounds sustained in a US drone strike in Afghanistan on Thursday, according to a Jamaat-ul-Ahrar spokesman. The militant group has increasingly targeted religious minorities in Pakistan. The group had claimed responsibility for last year's Easter Sunday bombing, which killed 70 people, many of them Christians, in the eastern city of Lahore.
The director of the United States Intelligence Service has said that US will do everything it can to bring the Taliban to the negotiating table in Afghanistan. He, however, mentioned that Pakistan must first deny the militants a safe haven on its soil.
United States Central Intelligence Agency or CIA Director Mike Pompeo on Thursday said his country will do everything it can to bring the Taliban to the negotiation table in Afghanistan, but Pakistan must first deny the militant safe haven on its soil. The CIA Director made the remarks while delivering a speech at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, a Washington think tank. Pompeo said for talks to move ahead, the Taliban must have no hope of winning on the battlefield in Afghanistan. This comes after U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said at the debate at the Center for Strategic and Information Studies in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday that the United States will remain in Afghanistan as long as the Taliban refuse to join the peace process. U.S. officials have long accused Pakistan for helping Afghan Taliban and the allied Haqqani network, an accusation repeatedly denied by Islamabad.
In news from Bangladesh, thousands of Rohingya children are living in a dire state in Bangladeshi camps, the UNICEF said on Thursday. The child rights defender expressed concern that up to 12,000 children arrive in Bangladesh every week, often traumatized by the violence in Myanmar.
United Nations Children Fund or UNICEF on Thursday said that nearly 340,000 Rohingya children are living in squalid conditions in Bangladesh camps where they lack enough food, clean water and health care. In a report titled Outcast and Desperate, the UNICEF said that up to 12,000 children arrive in Bangladesh every week, fleeing violence or hunger in Myanmar, often still traumatized by atrocities they witnessed. According to UNICEF officials, 1 in 5 Rohingya children under the age of 5 is estimated to be acutely malnourished, requiring medical attention.
Outcast and desperate, that was the phrase that we came up with. To me, it doesn't really begin to approach, to capture the severity of what we believe to be the situation on the ground, the reality on the ground for something like now approaching 600,000 people, of whom well over half are children.
Meanwhile, Rohingyas continue to arrive in Cox's Bazar district of Bangladesh on Thursday. Thousands of Rohingya refugees have left Myanmar's troubled Rakhine province since August following a military crackdown. The military crackdown was prompted after a series of attacks on security posts by Rohingya insurgents.
People across India celebrated the Hindu festival Govardhan Puja on Friday. The festival, celebrated with different rituals across India, also observed participation from some foreign nationals in the northern Mathura town.
Scores of devotees in India's northern Mathura town celebrated Hindu festival Govardhan Puja on Friday by merrymaking and remembering Hindu god Krishna. The festival is recalled as the day when Krishna protected people from heavy rainfall by lifting a huge hill, Govardhan, on his finger. Devotees, including some foreign nationals on the occasion, created a hillock using cowtung, referring it as Coverton Kilt, and adorned it with flowers.
I really like Giriraj Govardhan. Since I was small, I came here, but I haven't come in a long time. But I really, really like Giriraj. Today we came and did Abhishek, and when Krishna was a small boy, he lifted Giriraj with his little pinky, left pinky, to save all the residents from the storm from Lord Indra.
Meanwhile, Hindus in India's central Madhya Pradesh province celebrated festival by laying their children on cowtung as part of an ancient ritual. Laying children on cowtung is believed to bring good health and protect them from diseases.
People in India's western Gujarat province celebrated New Year on Friday with rituals and merriment. Gujarati New Year is celebrated a day after Diwali, the festival of lights.
People in India's western Vadodara city celebrated their New Year on Friday with fervour and gaiety. New Year in Gujarat province is celebrated a day after the festival of lights, Diwali. The day is of special significance for traders and businessmen as it marks the beginning of a financial year for them. Locals in the city marked the festival by visiting nearby temples, offering prayers and greeting family and friends.
नए साल की शुरुआत हम ठाकुर जी के दर्शन से करते हैं और ठाकुर जी और संत का दर्शन करते हैं तो पूरा वर्ष बहुत अच्छा जाता है और हमारी ये भावना है, हमारा विश्वास है कि हम जब ठाकुर जी से शुरुआत करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं कोई भी मुश्किल आती है तो आराम से निकल जाती है.
Meanwhile, on this special occasion, Chief Minister of Gujarat province also visited a temple in Gandhinagar city and offered prayers.
આજથી નવા વર્ષનો પ્રારંભ થયો છે. સમગ્ર ગુજરાતની જનતાને નવા વર્ષની ખૂબ ખૂબ શુભકામનાઓ આપું છું. આ નવું વર્ષ સમગ્ર ગુજરાતને, ગુજરાતીઓને તમામ ક્ષેત્રોમાં ખૂબ જ યશસ્વી નીવડે. સમૃદ્ધિ, સુખ, શાંતિ, સલામતી પ્રાપ્ત થાય.
Earlier, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi took to Twitter and extended his best wishes to Gujarat, his home province, on the occasion.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.